Imagine scrolling through social media and stumbling across yet another headline proclaiming insects as the future of food. The narrative is enticing. Bug eating is sustainable, eco-friendly, and inspired by cultures where it's already commonplace. But beneath the surface lies a significant problem. The movement to promote bug consumption is built on a superficial understanding of the very cultures it claims to honor. Instead of genuinely respecting these traditions, advocates cherry-pick practices, strip them of their context, and package them as trendy solutions. Let's explore why this approach not only misses the point, but also disrespects the cultures it claims to celebrate. The modern bug movement prides itself on being globally conscious, often pointing to cultures in Asia, Africa, and Latin America, where insects have been part of diets for centuries. On the surface, it seems like a celebration of cultural diversity. However, this narrative overlooks a critical detail. In many of these places, eating bugs is not a preference, but a necessity. Bugs are often a survival food, consumed during times of scarcity when other resources are unavailable. By turning this into a global trend, advocates erase the reality that these practices stem from pragmatism, not choice. This oversimplification misrepresents the cultures it draws from, reducing deeply rooted practices to convenient talking points. The reasons bugs are eaten in various cultures are as diverse as the cultures themselves, and they are often tied to local conditions and food availability. In parts of Southeast Asia, insects are abundant and can be harvested easily, offering a practical source of nutrition. In Africa, bugs are often a seasonal food, collected when crops are scarce. These practices are shaped by necessity, not culinary preference. Advocates for bug consumption rarely acknowledge this context, instead framing bug eating as a global solution without understanding its cultural roots. This not only misleads the public, but also strips these traditions of their deeper significance. One of the most troubling aspects of the pro-bug movement is how it disguises cultural appropriation as appreciation. Advocates often claim to celebrate global diversity by promoting bug eating, but in reality, they extract practices from their original context and repackage them for a different audience. This approach commodifies cultural traditions, stripping them of their meaning and reducing them to a tool for furthering an agenda. True appreciation would involve understanding and respecting the complexity of these practices, not using them as a convenient symbol of sustainability. The bug movement's shallow engagement with cultural traditions highlights a broader issue: the tendency to engage with global practices at a surface level. Real multiculturalism requires understanding the context, respecting the reasons behind traditions, and acknowledging their limitations when applied to other cultures. By focusing solely on the fact that bugs are eaten in some cultures, advocates overlook the rich complexity of these practices. They fail to see that, for many communities, bugs are not a preferred food, but a practical solution to local challenges. This lack of understanding has implications beyond bugs. It reflects a broader pattern of reducing complex cultural traditions to sound bites in the name of sustainability. When well-meaning advocates co-opt global practices without fully understanding them, they not only diminish the cultural significance of these traditions, but also miss valuable lessons they could learn from them. The pro-bug movement is a cautionary tale about the dangers of oversimplification and the importance of respecting cultural nuances. If the goal is to learn from global food traditions, the first step is to approach them with genuine curiosity and respect. Start by acknowledging that bug consumption is often a response to local challenges like food scarcity. Recognize that these practices are born out of pragmatism, not culinary preference. Dive deeper into the cultural significance of these traditions. How do communities view insects? Are they seen as a delicacy, a necessity, or something in between? Finally, resist the urge to treat global traditions as one-size-fits-all solutions. What works in one region may not work globally, and that's okay. Respecting diversity means valuing the unique solutions each culture brings to the table. The pro-bug movement's failure to respect cultural practices serves as a reminder that true progress requires more than catchy headlines and shallow multiculturalism. To genuinely learn from global traditions, we must engage with their full history, context, and significance. Bugs may have a role in the future of food, but not without first respecting the cultures that have incorporated them into their diets. The real question isn't whether we should eat bugs. It's whether we're willing to learn from the cultures we're borrowing from. Real progress lies in this respect, and only then can we move towards solutions that honor both people and the planet.